Back, they'll bring it out to the 25. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Keeps it moving, it's Cobb. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Sells to fake. Moves to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that was a great play call defensively.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 40. Running inside the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Driven back.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Russell unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Fires quickly. There he goes. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. Russell will throw for it on 4th. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Hits inside, it's Hill. He's past the sticks. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keelan Russell. Trying to make magic with his feet. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense up front? Their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. throwing Russell. Keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Makes the grab deep. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the move. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And, man, that is a great tackle. And your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here, nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but, man, did he do it right there.
Takes off. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And you got to love the effort by this defense. They gave up some yards. They got down, though, to 3rd and goal, money down on 3rd down, and they make the big play. They get pressure, they get the sack, and now it's even better because now you force a 4th and goal, but you backed them up a little bit and made this 4th down hard.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls it, fired complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to him again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Off play action. Buying time to his right. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Brown wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Cobb. turning it on. Past the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time working through his progressions because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Here's a give to Washington. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat. And right now, he's giving this defense all they can handle.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the run, it's Cobb.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Brown will throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Russell lets it fly. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Unleashes one. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Keelan Russell. Rush right in his face. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Oh, pressure's coming. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space. It's Cobb. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brown wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He's got it. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
Wants to throw one first. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, that's why that one fell incomplete.
2nd and long here. Running inside. It's Cobb. He's past the marker. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Russell. Got his man on the outside. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Looking to pass, it's Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
Russell, look out. Left side is Edwards. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They go play action with Russell. Rushes on. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Handoff from the gun. Just smothered on the play. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Keelan Russell. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he missed it. No good. Really needed to cut into that deficit, but guys, it remains. Three scores. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Brown will throw it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Rashad Downs going up top. Right side, it's Cobb. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Auburn!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point was good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Throwing, Mack. It's complete to the right. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Dropping back, it's Mack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Upstairs, he's got it. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with the Delaware Blue Hens taking on the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. And it's the Blue Hens coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Austin Mack throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mack. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. Again, it's Mack. They go to the wide receiver screen. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Mack. He's got it. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind. Play action on first down. Rolls right. Fires on the move. Out wide right, it's Singleton. Lots of room to run. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Auburn extends its lead as the Tigers are turning back the tide.
And I give credit to Auburn, too. It seems like every year when these two teams play, it doesn't really matter what Auburn has done leading into this game. They are able, time and time again, to play their best when they play against the Tide. They're doing it again here in the second half.
And I hate the cliche, throw the records out, but it does matter in this game. Why? Both these schools in the same state. They hate each other. The fans hate each other. Got recruited by the same schools. There is nothing about these two teams that like each other.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Trying the left side. Can't get him to the ground. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on third down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Quick handoff. Breaks into the open. Past the 6. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Tigers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Sells the run, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Quick give. It's Cobb. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Never a doubt. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 38, set to kick off.
Deep in the end zone, it's Rodgers. He gets a block. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Give to Washington again. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Right side, it's Nimrod. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. Still looking to his right. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's a give to Washington. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Trying to get the first with the give to the wide receiver. Across the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
And the offense going into the bag of tricks, making it look like run. Everybody going one direction. No, no, no. Here comes the reverse, back the other direction. Get the ball to your speedster. He gets out in space, and this offense just got a huge play.
He'll pitch it. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice 1st down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
Washington again. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They go 83 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Rodgers. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay. Sends it downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jenkins. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Russell. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Looking down the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has it with really good field position.
Ready. Black 14. Black 14.
They'll give it to Washington. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. Out wide left, it's Edwards. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are.
Gonna take a shot. Upstairs to make the catch. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The screen, he can go. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Russell. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. He caught it. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
Number 45, set to kick it away.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
Number 45, set to kick this one away.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.